Hey, welcome to another episode of Spoiler Talk slash Let's Talk Movie. Today's today's more spoiler talk, but there is a movie that we're going to talk about. Well, there's two. There's what I've been calling in my notes Naked Gun and and Bumblebee that I saw over the weekend. So, let's start with Bumblebee technically because that's a shorter watch. It's also a well, actually, it's not. It's a little longer than Naked Gun, but we digress. So my girlfriend and I saw Bumblebee over the weekend. It was part of our movie watch list because we have that, which ain't gonna tell me twice. I love that. But I just finished recording Naked Gun. I keep saying naked. It'll probably be one of the themes of this episode, and that's totally okay. But yeah, my girlfriend and I saw Bumblebee uh, Sunday, Sunday, and it was my first time actually watching it. I remember when it first came out, I was kind of intrigued to see it, but I had my Transformers phase and didn't stick. You know, it did this one. For the audio listeners, that's it's it's a healthy shrine of Spider-Man. But here we are. Now, Bumblebee, my girlfriend wasn't a big fan of it. She said because it's not really groundbreaking, like you're not really bringing anything new, and there were some scenes that they took beat for beat from Herbie. Now, I totally agree with everything that she was saying because they didn't do anything groundbreaking. They didn't do anything that pushed someone to actually be learning or being impacted in a new way for film. But can I be honest? I think that's what the studio wanted. If I'm being transparent, I don't think the filmmakers wanted to make something super new and groundbreaking. I think they wanted to make something for the Transformer fan to have a Bumblebee origin story, to have kick-ass robot fight scenes, and then just the end. Happy. Happy. Overall, I had fun. The inner child in me liked seeing the action. Bumblebee was always one of my favorite Transformers next to Jazz. And well, I don't even know. I'm not gonna try and sound like a Transformers nerd because I'm not, but I did watch it when I was a kid. I remember being into it as a kid, but like I said, the Spider-Man shtick just found a way to crawl back. No pun intended. But this was a role that I had remembered that John Cena was in, but not the type of performance I expected. I think I was looking for him to be more of like this militaristic, like I'll just kill everything and be a little more rigid. Instead, he had a little bit of comedy fluidity in there because I remember one scene where they're like, "All right, we're gonna give the Decepticons unlimited access," and he's like, "What? You know, is this really what we should be doing? I mean, they're literally called Decepticons." He felt like that unorthodox voice of reason that had you like, "Hey, you know that's wrong." Even as a viewer, like you already know Decepticons are bad, but he's in there like the fourth wall break that it's like, "Hey, yeah, those guys are bad." And overall, I'll be honest, I did enjoy his performance here. Not that's not to glaze Mr. You Can't See Me, as I am a wrestling fan, but he did pretty good. You got to give him his credit. Got to give him his props. Hailee Steinfeld did really good. I I don't think I was expecting the type of performance that she had here out of her, but I also got to remember she was a little younger, and I think this was like when she was first breaking into the scene, kind of into at least the movie picture scene. So she did a great job as well, and I think the two had a nice chemistry. They didn't have too much screen time together, but it was mostly her and Bumblebee, and then the other guy, Memo, who was pretty funny too. So it has its laughs, it has its action. The end. My girlfriend didn't like it. I thought it was fun. I gave it like a 4 or 5. And that's the end of Bumblebee. Now, before we get to Naked Gun, we're going to quickly gloss over to Peacemaker. Now, Peacemaker, been following since the beginning. Now we're on season 2, which I didn't know if this was going to happen. You know, the whole DCU change, merge, evolution, expansion, whatever. I thought Peacemaker was going to get on the cutting room floor. But sure enough, they found a way where he's in. He's in the new DCU, which I kind of expected because Peacemaker did so well. James Gunn's Suicide Squad did so well. I don't think he would want to just throw away those characters that he worked on. Other ones I could see, sure. But they did the opening again, and I was so happy because seeing that, I'm like, all right, we're about to have some fun. And that's what Peacemaker is. Like, it's not for kids, but it is also fun. And it's also a story. It's also comics, superheroes, cool. But the opening choreographed theme was just as good as the first one. I don't think the first one's going to get topped for a while. If they're going to keep this as a expansive seasoned franchise show, then it's going to be different. And I'm glad it'll be different every time, but I don't know if any of those other seasons are really going to have the same oomph and impact as the first season. So with this season, you get like a brief little catch up on all the characters, you know, hardcore ads, Adrian, um, bro with the glasses that I can't pinpoint his name on right now. And the fact that they kept it short and sweet has me intrigued because I want to see how they all come back together. You know what I mean? They're low key together, just in different areas. They just got to find their way back in one room all together all the time. But I'm excited. The whole Justice Gang thing. Wait, before we talk about the Justice Gang, 86 the DCEU. 86 the Snyderverse. Scott. I mean, we kind of could have said that about when Superman came out, but Peacemaker was like the actual goom. Wait, to the bro. It's like when Peacemaker's walking by, and then you see the Justice League, or should I say Justice Gang, out of nowhere. He's like, "Where'd you guys come from?" Sorry, inside joke of me and my girlfriend with Taco Bell, but I had to put it in. Sorry. Just like that, the DCU is gone, replaced. See you bye. I have your competition on the other line," said James Gunn. See ya. I thought they did it amazing. You know, having Hawk Girl and Guy come in as like those little parts. Kudos, man. Good job. Good job. Then you have them do the Justice Gang auditions or tryouts, whatever you want to call it. And obviously, Peacemaker wants to be a different, like, he wants to be a hero. He wants to make a true difference, wants to be a real hero. I want to be a real boy. But bro gets rejected. Okay. Here's all the crap, all the booty that they were talking about him. Right. Then he's like, screw these guys. And he sets up an orgy. God forbid you go to the bathroom, come back. You know, when you left, he was a little in his bag that he didn't make the tryout for the Justice Gang. You go to the bathroom, take a little tinkle, you come back. You got boobs everywhere. It's an orgy. Like, what? I left to tinkle. What happened? And that's what happened. And I was like, yo, what? And I was like watching the whole time, like, what did I miss? Bro, I was just like, I'm going to just do it. I'm going to get felt up by everybody. it was kind of like one of those marks that showed, hey, this isn't for kids. That's okay. But what was the other thing that I thought about? Oh, Rick Flag Sr. I'm curious to see where that story goes because I do like Frank Grillo as an actor, and I want to see how Rick Flag Sr. takes his comeuppance on the Peacemaker because he killed his son, Rick Flag Jr., in James Gunn's Suicide Squad. I I'm excited for it because I want to see how it all plays out. Feel me? There was a there was a little beef, a little bit of shade, shade 45. Welcome to the shade room when it came to a certain line. Now I'm paraphrasing, but it had something to do with 30 Seconds to Mars. And Hardcore says, I hate 30 Seconds to Mars. And I was like, watching it, and I go, is there a is that a Jared Leto diss right there? Are we trying to start wars? I'm ready for this new smoke. I'm ready for this new smoke, DC. Keep it going. Then we have when Peacemaker's like going in the room and he sees like the top trio and he's like, what the hell? And his dad's there and he's like, something about it was like, you can tell he knows he's not in the right spot. Something's off. Then it fast forwards and his brother's alive. Huh? The brother that he killed. And with the dad that he killed too, years later. And it's just the top trio, just having a beer, just shooting it. This has me very excited because then there's another Peacemaker. And guess what? There can only be one of us. Overall, I'm really excited for the continuation of season 2. And I will continue to report back with this or another TikTok. However, you'll hear me. I'll scream it to the heavens if I have to. Now, the main event. Let's get to Naked Gun. Oh boy. If you're thinking about taking this movie serious, don't go to the theater and watch it at all. As most of you, I hope, know, this is a remake. Well, here's the thing. It's a remake, but it's also not. It's like a continuation just years later. Because Liam Neeson's character is Frank Drebin Jr. Because Leslie Nielsen is Frank Drebin Sr. Like that makes any sense? No. Just go with it because it's part of the goof. You understand? So here's the thing. If the last thing you had ever seen of Liam Neeson was Taken, and then you see this, you are in for a wild ride, my friend. That's all I got to say. Don't take this serious. It's supposed to be goofy. It's supposed to make you laugh. It's supposed to be stupid. Trust me. And it is. The movie's not even an hour and a half. When I was like looking, it was like a little over an hour, like maybe an hour 15, hour 20. I was like, oh, damn, it's over. I was beside myself. And the thing was, Liam Neeson playing such a goof was so funny. You can't help but laugh because this guy has been portrayed throughout my childhood as this unbelievably badass character. I will find you and I will kill you. And then seeing him just like play with somebody's arms, or he's like pants down, ass out in the middle of a UFC fight. To me, seeing those two extremes, like Taken and now Naked Gun, is like he's owning that badassery, but then showing you like you can take things like funny. Not everything's serious. Life can be a joke too. That was just one little thing that I thought of. But man, are there cameos here? The three that came to mind: Busta Rhymes, Weird Al Yankovic, and my boy, the story finisher, Cody Rhodes. What? But there was also, before I forget, since we're on wrestling, there was also at the end the Batista, Dave Batista. I was like, what? Hell yeah! And I'm glad. I'm freaking glad. Batista was ranked as number one wrestler turned actor. You're damn right. And I'm not even sure Cena could get there. I'll be honest with you. To me, Batista has more depth than Cena. Probably more depth than Cena and Rock combined. That's just my opinion. That's my take. But we'll get back to the Naked Gun. Pamela Anderson. I'm not familiar with a lot of Pamela Anderson's work. I'll be real. I understand her. I understand of her. We'll say that. Here she did good. It was a solid. And to see the chemistry between her and Liam Neeson, eh, come on. They definitely in a romance. And this movie was the catalyst of it. I ain't even mad because it shows on screen and it shows in all the press tours that they're doing right now. So I'm good with it. Y'all good with it? I think you are. The villain, I didn't look up his name, but this guy is like a typical villain in so many movies. And to play a silly villain, I was down for it because he still did good. He still was like whiny and really gave into the whole Naked Gun element of this film. So that was a plus for me. Um, bro, you're gonna laugh. It's okay to laugh at the stupidity. It's all right. Sometimes you gotta laugh at stupid things. We're human. We can also decide what's funny, what's not funny. And you may not find this movie funny, and that's okay. Trust me, it's all right. Now, I think. Oh, that was the other thing, dude. I feel like you can't have this type of movie without a Wilhelm scream. Now, I said that. Oh, shaking things up a little bit. Sorry. I said that. And immediately after I said that, it was like somebody heard me. They're like, "Kill the Wilhelm scream." It was there. I I couldn't help but laugh with this movie. I couldn't help but have fun with this movie, even though I know it's stupid. But would I recommend you go out and see it in theaters? No. No, I wouldn't. Is it a fun tribute to the other movies? Yeah. Do you need to watch the other movies in order to get this one? No. No. It's pure funny cop movie. That's dumb. And honestly, I'm cool with that. Sometimes we need a little stupid. Don't need too much. We need a little. And I think next up, I have a couple movies I'm trying to watch. And y'all can let me know your feedback depending on where we go next. Excuse me. We have, I personally want to see Highest to Lowest really bad. I'm a big Denzel fan. And then my boy ASAP Rocky, hell yeah. Then there's Nobody 2, but that might be delayed because I haven't seen Nobody 1. So, just thinking like do a quick little catch up before seeing the second one and then talking about it. Maybe doing like a let's talk movie quickie for that. But hey, we are almost at 20 minutes and we spoke about three things. Spoke about Naked Gun, just recent. Peacemaker season 2, episode 1. Hopefully you guys are going to watch that because it's fun, man. Both of those, Peacemaker and Naked Gun, are just stupid fun that you can enjoy. Lay back, relax, turn your brain off and not think about a thing. And then spoke about Bumblebee from Transformers. I would like to rewatch Transformers 1 now, though I don't want to watch the Michael Bay movies. I'm good off that. I feel like I'm I'm still kind of like tapped out on that for now. But I'm sure there will come a time. But if you are still here, I greatly appreciate you listening, watching if you are on YouTube, listening if you're on Spotify. We will soon be elsewhere pretty soon. Thinking about a couple ideas that I haven't formulated into the pipeline yet. But thank you all so much for watching. In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Peace. Yeah, mother chuckas.